Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Vintage Cube as we kick off once more in search of power. And while we technically didn't find any, Soul Ring comes pretty darn close. So I'm glad to have that one here. We'll definitely be picking it up. Rest of the pack isn't too bad. There's a cool fetch land. Somebody could pick up Twister and Wheel Yogg or something. It'll go for some cool storm action. Him, Click, good cards in this pack, but Soul Ring's definitely a cut up of the rest. I would rank this up with the power, basically. It's about on par with that. It's maybe worse than on-color Mox, but it's probably better than off-color Mox. And on pick one, well, you don't know what's going to be on color and what isn't, so. Could definitely be argued this is better. It probably just depends on the specific, like you're usually playing blue, right? So the blue Mox might be better than Soul Ring, but anyway, that's a minor discussion. It's, top 10 card easily, so glad to have it here. All right. Second pick. Substantial downgrade. Definitely a substantial downgrade. Oof. I just take Tundra just because duels? Do I take a Basalt Monolith or Walking Bust? I could take Monolith and try to go for some, like, huge mana deck. I don't generally love this card, but this pack's kind of weak, so let's try it. Maybe we go in for some, like, crazy artifact thing. Could also go for, like, Walking Ballista or Tundra, I think, are reasonable. Come on. Magic Online has been having a hard time with my double clicking for some reason lately. All right, here, what do we have? We have Echo of Eons. We have Izzet Signet if we want to stick on artifacts. We have Wooded Foothills, though we don't know what colors we are yet, so the Foothills is a little less exciting. We could end up not in either of those colors. Yeah, I'm just going to keep taking artifacts for now. Not anything crazy good here. As I've mentioned before, I do quite like Boseiju. Ooh, why is this so laggy right now? Yeah, I do quite like Boseiju as it's a land with, no downside really, and then it just has this huge upside of being a disenchant when you really need it, so. But anyway, let's take a Signet. Okay, so no colorless artifact here, so we are going to have to make some kind of decision. We have a blue-red Signet, we're ramping a bit so far. What is good with, like, a big artifact deck? Could take the Fiery here. Blue-red is pretty good colors for this kind of setup. Goldspan Dragon's decent, but plenty of big 5 drops we can get. That's not so exciting. Faithless Looting also not like that good. Yeah, I'll just take the Fiery here. I feel like I've gotten Kaido in half my drafts or something. I like this card, I think, more than the average person. But here I'll just take the land. Okay. I don't often go for Metalworker, but with this start, maybe this is the time. Maybe we're gonna do big things with Metalworker. Yeah, I think that's actually quite reasonable. And again, the rest of this pack, like Vista is probably the next best card because fixing is good. But let's go all in. Mono Brown Town here. Okay, Plains Island Swamp. I could think of Boros Signet if I just want to stick on more artifacts. Big Elspeth is not really that exciting. Palace Jailer's good, but do I want a double white card? I don't think so. I'll just take Signet. Pest Infestation's okay. It's a decent way to spend a ton of mana, and it can kind of screw some opponents randomly. This works off multicolor. We're not really looking to do that. Glorybringer is also just a decent finisher, but again, I'm not that worried about it. Though I suppose both these are finishers. Maybe the Glorybringer is better because we're not really near green yet. I do like this card as a way to spend mana, though. Tough call, tough call. We really want to go bigger than Glorybringer. I'm going to take this. I don't know if it'll make the final cut or not, but let's put it in for now. These are not really what we're looking for. I either take the Overgrown Tomb because there's a chance we get the right fetches to make that work for a green splash, or I take like a Palinchron in case we want to go infinite somehow. I think I'm just going to take the Tomb. Pretty exciting pack there. I could take the Proving Ground, I could take the Hymn, but that's really committing hard to black. I don't know that I want to do that. I could take Metamorphose as well. As a far less committal pick. I think I'm just going to take this. Another way to splash green, potentially. Okay, lots of these big white cards. Am I somehow going to be in white artifacts? Like, none of the rest does much, so let's take Elspeth. It's a finisher. Why not? Okay, Plateau could maybe get there. Better than the rest of these. Unholy Heat's not bad, I guess, but I'm gonna pick up these rando lands and we'll see where we end up because I still don't exactly know what colors I am, right? I'm mostly colorless cards. A couple of these things. Koth. Not really a thing. Uro, not a huge thing. I guess I take the Reaches here. Or the Tide Hollow if I somehow end up in those two colors. Let's take the Reaches. And then I will take Avalanche Riders here. If you can accelerate it out, this card's pretty decent. It seems likely that I'm in red, just given my land situation. Huntmaster is a maybe. And this is definitely not a thing, so let's cut that one. So we still don't know what colors we are exactly, but we'll get there. Got a bunch of little artifacts, so that's good. Alright. Not really Tangle Wire. Could take Inkwell, but I pretty much have to find Tinker for this to be good, and even then it's like not even the best Tinker target anyway. Kuldotha is sort of a similar thing here, where like, yeah, I could maybe go off with it, but it's such an expensive cost. Could take Apparition if I do think I'm going to be white. This is a pretty powerful effect. I could take Bolt or Preordain as well. These are just both decent cards. I think I'm going to take the Preordain. Ooh, okay. Balance is interesting. If we're playing a bunch of artifacts, this could be powerful. What does this thing do again? Flash, you can use it if you play it. Counter and a first strike, make a samurai, exile a tapped creature. I mean, it's pretty good. But I think I will take the balance, since that is a thing we're trying to do here. Okay, so now we're probably committed to white. Don't know about this green. I do need to find more artifacts. So far it was those first few picks and we're not getting really past any. I could take Voltaic. Don't want to be white, red. Not like greatly set up for that. This is probably a little much. Could take Stowaway. It's just a decent card, honestly. And blue, it looks like might be somewhere we're going. Elesh Norn's fine. It's not like the greatest finisher. I could take Vindicate as well. I think I'm gonna get there on black. Let's take the Stowaway. Just a slightly more solid pick. I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I might be white-blue because Miscalc is good. Okay, let's do that, I guess. I think I'm probably off green at this point, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we haven't seen a single artifact in this pack, which is quite bad, I think. Probably the Treachery. It's like a solid big card. Do I want a Mindslaver? It's a little much. Definitely a little much. Murktide doesn't look great here. I don't think I'm into Lotus Petal all that much. Underworld Breach, not really a thing. Though if I find specifically Brain Freeze, it's sort of a 2-card combo that can sometimes get there. I'm going to take the Mindslaver and we'll see. Spell Pierce is good. Agavan, I think, is criminally underrated, to be honest. Card's nuts. How likely am I to still be in red? I have a lot of red fixing, so red's kind of free. Might just take the Ragavan. Spell Pierce is good. I already have this soft counter. I'm going to take this card. I actually think this card's just busted. Okay, now I take Inferno Titan, I think. creature with mana value 2 or less. I have a few, but not that many. I do want some big things for all this artifact RAM. Not that we have like necessarily that much, but okay, I'm gonna cut the green at this point. We're gonna say we're blue, white, red here. I think, which might mean Wrath of God isn't bad. I do have some creatures myself, but I don't think we'd take a Godless Shrine. Dire Fleet's not that exciting. Yeah, let's just take the Wrath. Oh, okay, Teferi's a really nice finisher here. Let's take that one. Alright, so we're looking for more artifacts, but otherwise we're doing okay. Spin Visionary, and I guess the Splashed Vindicate. I have... I don't have... I have some... No, I don't have that much black to splash. Just take the Visionary here. I don't care about any of these. I guess I'll take Random Depths. I'll take a Random Stronghold. Seething Song and Expansion. Okay. So Overgrown Tomb and Proving Grounds don't currently do anything. Neither does Lava Claw. So we need fixing, we need artifacts, I think, are the big things. We have a decent top end, we have a decent start, but we need to sort of make it more consistent. Okay, so Chalice isn't a terrible place. Azorius Signet's probably better. It is double on color. Colored mana is a bit more valuable than colorless, and you don't multi-kicker this all that often. Steam Vents would also be good. We don't have any fetches, though, so it's not, like, as strong. So I think I'm just going to take the Signet here. Makes the balance better. Just accelerates us, all good things. These from the same set? They're not, okay. Yeah, I don't know what this Metalworker's doing quite yet, but it's fine. Alright. So, the spec's not great. What is this? Okay, this is a dual land. It's a black-green fetch. I don't think that fetches anything relevant. Not really. So it's between the fixing land and the days. I guess I will take the land. I wouldn't mind a conscripts either, I guess. Alright, let's take the tomb out of here, because that's just never going to do anything. This will also never do... Yeah, I guess none of these will ever do anything. So we have... Just have an easier sort of visual of how we're doing on lands here. Okay, so I could take another fixing land or this showdown card. Let's do exile top 4 until the end of the turn. Next turn you may play them. If you cast a spell, put a counter on a creature you control. If this wheels, I might take it, but for now I'm just gonna take more fixing. I'd like to be able to cast my spells. Winter Orb, Power Stone, Wormcoil Engine, Chain Lightning. Even Ravages isn't that bad, though. I'm not sure this is the deck for it. Then Avacyn, I'm not sure if I mentioned or not. Lots of good stuff here. What does this one do again? Exile a thing, put a counter. Not excited about that. Another huge thing. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 big things already. I don't think I need another big thing. So it's between Power Stone and Chain Lightning. Let's try this. I don't know. Not sure if that's right or wrong. Ooh, Spellbinder and Embereth are both quite good. Spellbinder's a pretty messed up card. I think I'll just take it here. Yep. Not much else going on. Okay, another Armageddon situation. I also like Chandra quite a bit. Double red's a bit of an ask, but I think it's worth it. Balance is better with Planeswalkers after all. So I think that makes sense. Let's slam the Chandra here. Sphinx, Yorion, Daretti, Magda. Magda's cute. Hearse, I'm not too excited about. Daretti could theoretically be good. I have a bunch of artifacts. Sphinx is fine. I don't think I need it. Sort of Body and Mind doesn't look too exciting. So it's between Magda and Daretti. Let's take it, sure. Again, I like having Planeswalkers, I think. Okay, maybe this is the deck where Karn's good. This is a powerful card. You know, it costs 7 to get into play, but once you get it into play, it's pretty strong. This Mindslaver I'm not so sure about. Alright, I'll take the Vantage here over, like, Gideon and stuff. Again, I like mana. Okay, a Braid or Conscripts or Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp I don't think has any crazy good combos for me. So, what I have Conscripts and a Braid. I have some Wraths, but no, like, single target removal, and a Braid can also nug artifacts. I think that's useful to me. I'll take the Showdown. Why not? Winter Orb, maybe out of the board, ends up being good. Ooh, I do like this thing quite a lot. Okay, so we end up with 32 and 5 lands, so we're on 27 playables. All right, I'm gonna have to make quite a few cuts here. It's okay, though. I think the Mindslaver can probably go. I think it's just too expensive to be good. I like all the signets. Oh, we actually got triple on color signets. That's kind of great. Voltaic is good. Actually, I don't know about this whole 3-drop accelerant package here. These matter. Like, we have a few expensive cards, I guess, so they do get us there, sort of. Is Metalworker good enough? It might just not be still. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, this Metalworker didn't get there. So that's an easy first cut. Let me move these out of here. Oh no, why did they not go in a separate pile? This one, right? White, blue, yeah, okay. Spire Bluff. Not this one. Okay, so it's just those 5, great. So I gotta make about 2 cuts. I could just make one. I do have some acceleration, but I do want to get some expensive cards. I think it's fine. So what's on the chopping block? This, because we already have the Abrade, though I do like it. Visionary. I think I like those. Riders isn't necessarily that great. Deretti isn't necessarily that great. Showdown isn't necessarily that great. It's just a fun card. I kind of want to play with it just because I haven't played with it yet. I think I like my top end. I'm going to keep that in. So I've got 2 of these cards, basically. Curve-wise, we're doing okay. So I can afford to have some of these 4s in here. I think the Avalanche Riders is something that can maybe coming out of the board if it looks like it's going to be good. This is 4 mana. You can play top 4 until your next turn. So it's kind of like a big card draw spell, and then you get a few counters if you have a creature out. It's not the worst. They don't have a ton of card draw in this deck, so I kind of like it. Deretti lets us filter. I don't actually have anything good to do with the -2, especially since I cut the Mindslaver, so I think I'll cut Deretti and call it a day here. Alright, get these lands in. And let's add some basics. We're pretty balanced colors-wise. We double everything. Early cards, it's mostly red-blue. There are a few white. Yeah, we're pretty balanced color-wise, I would say. We do have all these signets, which helps. Let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3. What is Spars again? White, blue, right? White, blue, okay. So white, red, white, red. Okay, so I have lots of red baseline. How many lands did I get here? 12. Okay. So I have 4 red already. It's gonna be the let's just do this. So this is 5 red. That's not gonna be enough, but I'm just trying to get a baseline here. Blue, I have 3. So this would be 5 blue, and then white, I have 1, 2, 3 as well. So this would be, so this is 5 of each. Obviously that's not enough, but we do have the signets to help as well, like I mentioned, and we get to add this 5. I get that 7 more lands. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we just get 1 extra of something. Let's see. As far as double colors, white and red are the earlier ones. Red also gives us Inferno Titan. Blue can draw us into stuff, maybe. I think red is the most important early color, probably. So I'll go for an extra. So we just go 4/4/4 at the end of the day. But yeah, there's some science behind it. It's all good. All right, that's going to be the deck. I'm going to just take a screenshot and I'll see you in round number 1. All right, here we go for round number 1. We got this opening hand. I think this is something you have to keep. We're on the draw, so I guess I get a little bit more information before I decide if I want to slam the Fiery Islet right away. Because it would be nice to not have to pay life constantly. So I could delay this. I don't necessarily need to preordain yet, right? So I could delay this. I could go Boros Signet, then slam the Chandra on 3. I think that's good. Let's play the Mountain out first. I guess maybe Reanimator of some sort. Ooh, Copter, huh? Okay. Okay, it's going to be a little bit too slow here, but it might be useful eventually. Copter's actually pretty annoying as Chandra, too. I can't just nugget. They play a creature, I can kill the creature, but then you just play another creature. It's, of course, the problem with vehicles. Oh, okay. Well, I will be killing that creature. But then there's a good chance Chandra dies to something anyway. Plus, they get the activation of, like, Copter's a pretty strong card. So maybe they're just, like, aggro. We'll see, I guess. Skyclave Shade. Landfall, you can cast it from your graveyard. That's pretty obnoxious. Stowaway, alright. Yeah, let's cast Chandra here. And I will go ahead and kill the Pyromancer. Even though the Copter's pretty much guaranteed to attack Chandra and kill her here. I think that's something that's worth doing. This Painland might end up costing me here. Alright, are they just casting this? They can't quite kick it yet, which is at least something. Assume the skilling Chandra. Unless they're real aggressive here. And black red aggro's interesting. I mean, this is a good aggro card, I suppose. Let you do something with your later land drops. Collective Brutality discarded. Probably means they have another 2-drop then, right? Bitter Blossom? Okay. Ooh, I drew a land. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't play any of this stuff yet. I will just preordain over the Suspicious here. 2 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I played this, yeah, I don't need the land. I'll just play the headquarters now. Yeah, let's bottom both of these. Looking for a Wrath or something. Treachery might be a thing. Play this, we'll pass, and then I get to slam Elspeth, which still is like not great against all these flying threats, but I can eventually Karn the stupid Copter at least. I'm taking a lot of damage though. So next time I'll be able to block this one, but there's like 4 damage coming in. Possibly add Elspeth, I guess we'll see. Bitter Blossom might actually sort of own me here. I can Treachery this turn if they play something of a reasonable size. Would be nice to have that tempo swing. They discarded a Fatal Push. That doesn't matter too much. Alright, play like a nice 4-drop for me. Skull Clamp, jeez. That's actually good, though, that they're clamping that, I think. I think that actually helps me in the long run. Though, obviously, it's still had Lotus, too. Come on. Revoker on my Signet, presumably. That does make this Elspeth not as good. Yeah, I think we lost this one. Let's see what we draw here. Spellbinder. That's, well, I can block Copter, I guess. Which is maybe something. Though it's not much, to be honest. Yeah, I think we have to steal the Revoker, try and block with it. I'm pretty dead, but, you know, you do what you can here. You might have like a burn spell in response or something. Yeah, that's not even a bad play, honestly, just killing that thing. All right. That's fine. I'll concede this game. They got us. Okay, do I have any good sideboard against aggro? Ooh, it doesn't really look like it, unfortunately. I guess Huntmaster, if I can get green in here somehow. What's my green stuff? I have this and no way to fetch it. Okay, so I can't really splash green. So yeah, I don't think I have much against aggro, unfortunately. We're just gonna have to hope we get there a little bit better. It will be on the play this time. Okay, well that's way too slow. I mean, I guess you have to keep this. It's like a pretty bad hand, honestly, but what are you gonna do? Just gives them a lot of chances to blow the Sol Ring up, but I kind of have to play it, I think, on turn one. Just in case I draw something that needs it. But if they revoke it or kill it somehow, we're like in really bad shape here. Heck, even a Thoughtseize or something like that is pretty devastating. Okay, Skull Clamp is not devastating. 4-drop, Wrath. Okay. I mean, Wrath looks like it's generally a good card in the matchup, but obviously this hand is not developing especially well. You need to draw like a Chandra there. Right? That would have been the real ticket. All right, our opponent's thinking. I mean, that probably means they don't have a Revoker to just immediately deal with the Sol Ring, but maybe they're worried about removal on our side or something. Oh my gosh, the Lotus, come on. This is too much. Well, this might be a quick round one. It's just not a lot I can beat here, to be honest. Okay, thinking real hard. Kolaghan's Command. Yeah, that's about what I thought. I mean, they have to use a Lotus for it, so it's honestly not even that bad. But I might discard this Inferno Titan. There's no way I'm casting it. Ah, they had the Bitter Blossom. Okay. Yeah, we're probably dead now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Sol Ring in hand. Ooh, Ragavan is nice. When these common damage to a player, create a treasure and exile. You may... Yeah, okay. So let's just go ahead and dash this in. rare opportunity where this could actually do something. Again, destroy target creature. Okay, well that doesn't quite help me, unfortunately. But that treasure's here now. Means I can cast my Wrath. At some point I can maybe Wrath and follow up with a Ragavan. I mean, they're at least short on lands, and they are sort of disincentivized from killing their own fairies because of the Ragavan, but they might have to do it anyway. This Merrick Fiend me, okay. Well, make this Wrath better. Unless they take the Wrath, I guess. Then just leave me with Rog. Would also make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's probably what's happening, in fact. Alright, alright. And for them having 2 mana, I guess Lotus really helps there, but we're getting pretty demolished here. Ooh, Suspicious isn't bad. Play that. I'm gonna keep the Ragavan in hand. There's not really a reason to have a 2-1 out there. And I might be able to dash it in at some point after. Like, if I can clear this and then do a Wrath or something, it's definitely possible. Okay, now they're gonna start drawing extra cards, obviously. Go ahead and yield to that. Now it's gonna start to get difficult. Definitely. Really needed them to not destroy the Soul Ring. Oof, Copter too. Okay, gross. At least I have my own looter going here, but maybe I should have kept the Titan. Looks like I am going to get there. Let's yield. Just multiple lands. All right. I need double blue or double white more. My Wrath's currently under that thing. I have another double white card. I'll discard the island. Play the plains and just pass here. This will flip, which is something, I suppose. They're still not super likely to play multiple spells with 3 mana. But this isn't looking great. Them just having a copter and a clamp every like this looks like what their deck is trying to do, and they've just sort of naturally drawn it. The Lotus didn't help you there, of course. Yep, clamp a fairy. Are they gonna kill my werewolf now? Yeah, of course they are. Oh boy. This is rough. I don't even know if I can draw anything to get out of this, to be honest, but don't want to concede quite yet. This is a pretty depressing game, though. Our opponent just has the perfect setup. Like, they had the answer to the Soul Ring, they had a Lotus to get stuff out early, and they drew their Skull Clamp, Bitter Blossom combo. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Cool deck, though. I haven't really seen this too often, so kudos on creativity. Yeah, sure, you can have my Ragavan. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, with the Wrath gone, I'm not entirely sure what I can get out of this. The Planeswalkers mostly don't help. I mean, I guess if I can kill this Fiend, then I can kill other stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna scoop here. That's not gonna do it. Yeah, we weren't drawing anything. All right, well, that was depressing. I'll see you in match number 2. Alrighty, welcome back for round number 2, where we try to get a comeback going. We'll be on the play, of course. Oof. This is quite the hand. Let me play that card. So I can get a land off this. I think I keep this. It's definitely a bit risky, but let's give it a go here. Open with a mountain, I suppose. Without knowledge of what we're up against, it's hard to know if this is good or not. Ancestral, okay. Spellbinder could be okay. If I can draw land off the Voltaic here. Okay. So that's going to come in at some point. Don't have a bolt. Okay. Second's fine. Oof. Alright, well, let's hope there's land on top of my deck. Well, this deals 2 damage to you. I sort of just ignored that text. It should be okay, though. Alright, we drew an island. That's actually huge. Time for Spellbinder. Underworld. Wow, okay, so we're playing a Storm, huh? So it's gonna cost them extra. What do I want them to cost extra? Probably Turnabout. Yeah, let's make Turnabout cost 6. That feels like it makes it a bit worse. Well, this is a good hand against Storm. Like, we're just pressuring them with 7 damage here. And their hand, Mind's Desire, Turnabout, and Underworld Breach. Okay. They're about to draw a million cards shortly. I need more lands to really make this pop off. I do have multiple 4-drops. I should be able to play one no matter what kind of land I draw, at least. Okay. That's good. Let's slam in for 7. And I'll just play the Showdown. It's not like the 4-drop you really want to play on 4, but what else am I going to do? It'll get me more lands, hopefully. Okay, I got a land. I got an Embereth. I have a Karn in there. So I'm probably going to smash their Signet. Ooh, a Soul Ring. Whenever you cast a spell, put a counter on a creature you control. Great. Okay. So, the Soul Ring does stuff, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this only gets me up to 6, unfortunately. Not quite 7. So I still can't get the Karn into play. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I actually can't do a whole heck of a lot. I need to play the Vantage so I can have the extra red mana for Chandra and Inferno Titan. So I guess I will just do this. Put a counter on Spellbinder. Play a Soul Ring. Put a counter on Spellbinder. Attack my opponent for 9 here. Alright, drawing a lot of cards here. But I managed to cut off a bit of mana. I made the turnabout more expensive. These all seem like good things. I ain't quite... Gosh, was I supposed to treachery nothing? Like, just treachery on my own guys for the extra counters that Inferno Titan's lethal? That seems kind of insane. But... I could have made extra red, actually, off that, right? If I used the Soul Ring for mana. I could have... Yeah. Okay, that was actually the correct play, is treachery on my own guys for extra red. Okay, Ritual, sure. Oh, that's it. Could have at least... Oh, they couldn't turn about. Okay. Ponder, Heartbeat, Badlands. Alright, so they're dead. It's going to be some interesting sideboarding. All of my creature removals pretty useless here. Like, I definitely got to side out this Wrath. Probably the balance as well. Is there anything else? The Abrade's still okay. Still stuff I can hit. Avalanche Riders seems great in this matchup. And Expansion Explosion. How about that one? This thing is just a random 3-1. Huntmaster's a little slow as an offensive card. I think I am actually playing this to have a 3-1 that can attack them. Yep. All right. Here we go. I have a few multicolored cards, not many, of course. So yeah, we're hoping to draw, like, you know, Ragavan would be just the sickest thing, of course, against a fairly non-interactive deck. All right. Opponent looks like they might be AFK, so we'll give it the old pause here. All right, our opponent's returned and chosen to be on the play, predictably. Well, we drew a Ragavan, but unfortunately no mountain to cast it with. It's going to have to be a mulligan, I think. Do I dare keep this hand? If I draw a land, I can go Signet into more acceleration, but then I'm not even sure what I'm playing off it. I think I'll mulligan. I think we can beat this this Storm opponent reliably enough that I don't need to keep stuff like that. We'll keep this. I'll put the Karn back. And I will Preordain on turn 1. Well, maybe I Spara's turn 1. See what we draw. Monolith. Okay. This doesn't make red, unfortunately. I think getting this into play is important enough. We draw like a Signet or something. I want to be able to play that. Seal? Okay, that could be dangerous. We'll see if they have some crazy combo here. We're also not extremely interactive as far as hand and stuff. Like, we don't have any discard spells. We have one miscalculation as counter spell, not the strongest against Storm. Yeah. Oh, I should think of the treachery out. Whoops. Okay, Stowaway's a good draw. Let's play Stowaway here. Ooh, if they play nothing, that's really nice for us as well. Ooh, Spire Bluff too. Okay, okay. So let's slam in with this thing. Draw ourselves a card. Okay. So Spire Bluff gives me extra red, and then Power Stone should be enough to slam the Inferno Titan next round. Opponent sure isn't casting a lot of spells. Oh, miscalc, huh? Let's definitely attack them and draw. Boros Signet. Okay. So I could go Chandra, keeping up miscalculation, and delay the Inferno by a turn. I don't know how good that is. So if I just slam the Inferno now, then that puts a lot of pressure. They pretty much have to try and win next turn because I'm hitting them for 3 down to 11. Yeah, they're just dead next turn if I play the Inferno here. They do have a bunch of mana. They could theoretically have a counter spell, but I think I'm just going to go for it. You have to just kind of do it when it comes to Storm decks, I feel like. Sitting around and trying to play the counter game is not really where we want to be. We just want to slam in and try to secure a victory. The fact that he's sealed does worry me a bit. We'll see. Okay, they have to get a red mana. Okay. Okay. Probably we're dead then. Wheel? Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Wait, I don't have any mana. Is there a Lotus in there or something? What just happened? They just breached for nothing. What in the world was that? Okay, well, they're just dead, so. That was odd. That was very odd. Why breach? And I don't understand. They could have played their pyretic ritual a few times, maybe. Try to keep a black floating for seal or something. That was a strange play. But whatever, we beat a storm deck. Exciting times. Makes us 1-1 in two pretty one-sided matches, I will say that. And yeah, I'll see you back here for the final match in just a bit. Alrighty, welcome back everybody for match number 3. Let's see if we can salvage a 2-1 out of this controlled Jeskai deck here. This looks good. We can cast the spells in our hand. A good mix of lands and spells. Teferi to hopefully clean the game up, and our opponent's mulliganing. Alright, what do we lead on? Take a quick look. I don't think any of our 2-drops are double colors, so it probably doesn't matter too much, so let's just lead on the basic. Protects us from Wasteland, and if they like strip mine, I'd rather they strip that than anything else. It'll most likely just play our Burrow Signet here, but it does depend a little bit on what they do. Okay. It's interesting, but just gonna play my Signet still. And we might do an early Wrath here, depending on what all they play. Yeah, if they play 2 more creatures, if it's just 1, I'm not as sure about that. Let's see what we draw. Draw Karn. That's not very helpful. Is it worth wrathing these 2 things? It probably is. Yeah, I might regret this down the road, but I think slowing them down right now is good. Let's just make sure they can't do anything too crazy. And then we'll follow up with our own creatures if we can't afford the fairy. Augur, okay. Drop Preordained. That's useful. It's sort of a combo with this thing too. Alright, let's do this first. Land and a Miscalculation. Unfortunately, I can't play the Miscalculation this turn, and the next turn I'm likely to play Teferi, so could still be good later. Especially, actually no, with Teferi it is good. So maybe put both on top. Yeah, that's fine. Go top. Play a land, play Visionary. I don't really see a lot of reason to just play a random 2-1. I guess maybe you could block when I play Teferi next turn. I already have this back to block. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to it because they could still play a good artifact. It's definitely possible. Okay, tracker is not exactly unexpected. Oh, they're attacking? Okay, I think I trade here because I have a pretty good play lined up already. Now I'm just going to have to bounce the tracker with the fairy here rather than untap my lands. So let's go ahead and tuck that, stop any incoming value. Now I can play this subblocker if I really need to. Finale for 1. Okay, so I'm not even getting that back, which is nice. We will have miscalc for anything scary they might do here. Let's give it haste. No, it's only if you do the big version here. Didn't I kill this? Oh, they can get stuff from the graveyard. That's right. That's right. Forgetting how that one works for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't Karn yet. Let's draw ourselves a card. Signet's not bad. I will play Signet. And I will just play this so that I can block. And we'll keep up Miscalc and hope that's enough between that and the Karn here. Okay, I'll have some lands. We can sack the Islet at some point, though. Right now I kind of need the blue mana still. Oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and... This can be countered, right? This has so much text on it. Yeah, it can be countered. All right, let's counter it. And they've conceded. Okay. So it looks like mono green. So we're going to want all the creature removal we can find. Which is not really a lot more than we already had. I could bring in Huntmaster, because if it flips, it can kill a thing. It looked like the Shield Breaker wasn't doing a whole lot there, so I might cut that for the Huntmaster, or potentially this. Though I'm not sure there's anything good to copy. Explosion's a little expensive. Avalanche Riders doesn't seem that great since they're going to be ramping really hard. Yeah, I'll put this in. Oh, wait, it says it's a green card. What am I talking about? I can't play that. Shieldbreaker just really does nothing. Do I want a Seething Song randomly? Doesn't cast much. It already filters, but it's a little bit bad in terms of defending itself. Maybe I'll slam the Mindslaver. Is that even good? They're usually going to have an empty hand. It's not like they can hurt themselves that much. All right, let's put this in. I don't know. It's not great. Okay, well, this hand really wishes it had a blue source in it. Do I keep it anyway is the question. If I draw blue, we're off the races. If I don't, I'm cycling this Miscalc and playing Elite Spellbinder, which is still okay. I actually think this is a keepable hand. It's definitely on the edge. The 2/6 drops aren't great, but it can get there. There's a bird. Okay, Treachery is not the card we're looking for. But we will have an extra draw off the Miscalc here. Yeah. Probably just dead to something huge next turn. Oh, Hex Drinker is interesting. Okay, Inspiring Vantage. I mean, I'll play it. It's not really what we're looking for still. I think, yeah, I'm going to just cycle Miscalc here. So I do want to draw either a blue source or just some more lands for these big things. So this gets what? Protection from instants and then protection from everything. Okay, I mean, if that's the thing they're going in on, we have a little time. But not too much still. I'll take my 4 here. Cycle. I don't know why they wouldn't level it again. Ooh, Monolith, actually reasonable. I guess I just slam Monolith here. And try to play an Elspeth and kill this. Their creatures don't actually have powers, so... Yeah, let's go for it. This gets around protection nicely. Hopefully they they either level this the rest of the way or play a big creature. If they play like a Planeswalker, that's pretty bad news for us. Pest Infestation. Okay. That's also bad news. Alright, well, it's going to be hard to win now. Karn is not what we were looking for, as it turns out. Played Spellbinder here, not that does a whole lot. Regrowth and Avenger of Zendikar. I mean, I guess I'll take the Avenger. I think we're just dead. I think the Monolith need to live for us to have any shot here. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright. Well, that was a quick one. It's gonna happen. Run it back. This might be my fastest cube to date. We're already in the final game. We're sub 1 hour still. Let's play first. Visionary Spellbinder. Let's make blue. This doesn't make blue. I have to keep this. It's another hand I could lose to a fast start like that, but what am I going to do? They have very good mono green deck, so. Oh, I drew the Wrath. Okay, that changes things a little bit. I still play the Visionary because I can get some value out of it. I might even play the Spellbinder because I just don't care about my own creatures dying that much. Okay, another Hex Drinker. That's not a big deal. Plus, this will sort of let me have some information on what I should be doing in terms of allocating my cards or whatever. I'm just gonna attack here. If they want to block with either creature, I'm pretty happy, I think. Might as well get some damage in, and then we'll go Mountains Spellbinder. 4 mana, another Pest Infestation, a Reclamation Sage, and Endurance. Wow. They are going hard against my artifacts. Good to know about, I guess. So next turn they have up to 5 mana. I think I actually do it on the Pest Infestation. Because this has Flash, though. They're just going to play this at the end step. If I Wrath next turn. I mean, this lets them potentially make a giant army later, so having it more expensive is kind of nice. Hitting the Endurance makes it slightly more complicated now. I might hit the Infestation just because I think this game's going to go long enough that's going to matter. And I don't even have to Wrath yet, honestly. I mean, the Endurance does have reach. So that's something to think about. If I just chump here, it's probably fine. This thing's not doing much for me. Are they going to not instant speed the Endurance? Oh, they're playing Nissa instead. Okay. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. Okay, well, Power Stone's just going to die, so there's not a lot of reason to play it. Question is, do I want to activate this thing? They're not really likely to play more creatures into the Wrath anyway. But it'd be nice to get some value. I would take... If they fully level this, I take 6, 7, like 9 damage. That's acceptable, I think. Let's do this, see what we draw. Ooh, I drew a Chandra. That's kind of legit, actually. Okay, I'll play the Chandra. It is going to die, but... can take something with it. Because if I put it up to 5, it's still just dead, so there's not a reason for that. I guess I just take the Hex Drinker with me here. Looks a little weird otherwise. I mean, if I can hold on to this Wrath for a little bit, could still be good. Okay, Forest. The Sage is out of their hand, and that's in the exile zone. Okay, that's perfectly reasonable. Scavenging Ooze. Okay, I don't really care about that too much. Okay, so now if I Wrath, the Flash and the Endurance, and I can make somebody shuffle, that doesn't matter too much. I mean, I'm definitely playing a land, and I'm definitely attacking because this thing can't block anyway. And if, yeah, if they want to trade the Ooze, that's fine. They probably don't. Okay. So I'm still not even under that much pressure. This is going to hit me for 4, potentially. We know about the Rick Sage and the Endurance. The Endurance is probably coming down. I might play this just to give them a target for Rex Age and get it also out so that I can Wrath and just clean up literally everything. I mean, if they Pest Infestation instead, it costs 2 more right now, so you have what, 4, 5, 6, let's say 7 mana. So you can do it for 2. Yeah, I mean, that's also fine, honestly. I can take a hit for like 6. It's not a big deal. I, mean, I guess it could be a lot more, but that means they're committing really hard. Yeah, they're just gonna scoop stuff up with the Ooze, which is fine. Yep, the Reclamation Sage is expected and just fine. Now they're going to still have Endurance up, but we can survive that pretty easily. So now we attack in Wrath, and then hope Elspeth can clean the game up. Play my land. Attack. Did I play the Signet? They're probably going to Pest Infestation soon anyway, so I might as well hold on to it. It's Wrath here. Okay. Alright, they need the mana to be able to cast the creature. No big deal. Make me shuffle my graveyard. Not worried about that. So they have Pest Infestation, Exile, and this Endurance in play, and 5 lands. Alright, well, let's go Elspeth. Make a bunch of 1/1s. See what we can do from here. Uh-oh, 6 land could be scary, though. If they have anything big, we can just minus the Elspeth as well. Okay, I mean, obviously we're block. No reason to take that damage. Preordain. I guess I can Signet afterwards, so let's start with the Preordain. Okay, I don't really want 2 islands, so let's put those on the bottom. Draw to Fairy. Well, that's slightly awkward, isn't it? Alright, let's make some more 1/1s. I guess I'll play the stupid Signet. 1, 2, 3. They can destroy it, but I want to get this stowaway out, so Let's just use that. Feel reasonably confident here. Questing Beast is slightly scary, but it doesn't kill me yet. So that's good. Maybe I should attack there, actually. Okay, they're going to do their infestation. Not a big deal. With Teferi and Elspeth, we should be in pretty good shape. Yeah. We get 4 more 1/1s, but we can outproduce them in terms of 1/1s. I'm not worried about that. Oh, Treachery's interesting. Probably not worth it on Durans. Probably we can do better than that. Stowaway might as well... Or no, I should draw with Teferi first and then do Stowaway, because I don't really want to discard the Treachery. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw. Okay, I'll gladly discard a mountain. Attack with this thing. Always yield. Okay, I guess I'll discard the mountain and play a second blue source, actually. Play this, make more 1/1s. Okay. Tap my blue lands. Alright. Questing Beast could still do something. Augur? Does that let them play stuff off top? 3 creatures, different powers. They are there, so they could play stuff off top here. I mean, Ultimate just wins here, right? Yeah, Ultimate just easily wins. They have 1 reach creature. Yeah, let's do that. And attack my opponent for millions. All right, managed to clean up the match there. That ended up taking over an hour. That last game took a little longer, but glad we got the 2-1 out of it. Can't complain too much. Got kind of destroyed by the strange little aggro deck, but it was fun. An enjoyable run here. Hope you had fun watching. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, doing all the good YouTube things that help me out. But that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.